Today I'm going to be installing QA1 coilovers, lower control arms and upper control arms on my 94 Chevy Caprice. So I'm going to show y'all how to set up the coilover. First you put this locking collar on right here, and you want to make sure that the shoulder is up. It has like a little indentation, that part goes up. Then this piece is called the spring seat collar, that goes after that one. And you want to make sure to put some anti-seize on it so you don't have a hard time adjusting it. And then just screw these both all the way down. Now I have to press this out, but first I have to get these two C-clips off. So use these pliers. Now I'm gonna take a socket to go over top of this, put it in my vise. So now I need to get the rest of this out. So I'm gonna put a socket right there, then take my mallet and then just hit it out. Actually, make this easier. All right, that's out. So now I gotta cut this side out so I can pull it out. All right, I got that out. Now I have to get these smaller C-clips in, but since I don't have pliers that'll fit it, I'm just going. Now I'm gonna take this bearing and grease this bearing so that way it's easier to go into this shock. Alright, now I got that side in. Now I just need to get this last C-clip in. Alright, I got both of those in. Now I have to install the thrust bearing kit. So this is for the ease of ride height adjustment. So I guess it makes it easier to adjust ride height. Now I'm gonna put some anti-seize on these two. So first, you go in with the first washer. So this will go on first. Next, the bearing will go on. Put anti-seize on this too. Then you'll put the bearing on. Then you'll do the last washer. Then your spring just goes on the top like this. All right, so this is all good. All right, here are the upper control arms, and then here are the lowers. So first I'm gonna put the uppers in. So they just connect right here. And this bolt goes in here. And these spacers or these washers go between the frame and the control arm back here. Here's the nut. Put this last one on. All right, now I have to spread these openings because years of the old controls arms being torqued down has caused these to cave in. So it's not stock specs anymore. So I have to spread it. So how I'm gonna do that is with this. Actually, I gotta start with one of these smaller ones. But what I'm gonna do is put two washers on the end of this, put this in here, then put some washers behind here like this. And then I'm just gonna take these two crescent wrenches and then tighten this nut, and it's gonna spread these open. So I gotta do that for both sides. All right, now I got this lower control arm in. I got the bolts through. Now I'm going to put the shock on. So I have to make sure this rod is extended all the way. Make sure your lever is facing out. So first goes the washer, then the bushing. Then it goes bushing, washer, the regular nut, then the jam nut. Then you just put this into the lower control arm, like so. Make sure you put a washer on it first.